I'm fine. No need to worry.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow.
The Fatui?
Calm down and let me explain. Here's what... Watch out. It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the Abyss? No, wait.
You're right. That's a traveling group from Natlan. Let's keep observing.
We're glad you're okay. Given the appearance of Abyss monsters all over Natlan, you should cancel your journey and seek shelter at the stadium or one of the tribes.
Thank you so much. I wish there was...
We don't expect anything in return. We were out on a mission and saw... If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret. If anyone asks, just say you were saved by Ward.
Oh, okay.
We're not asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done anything illegal. Nonetheless, the decision remains yours. If we wanted to keep you quiet...
Got it.
Did you hear that? They mentioned a captain. Isn't that who the pirate...
Exactly. We could be onto something big. Still, there was no trade. They were just helping people in need. I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save Natlan. But based on what we just saw...
Maybe we've been wrong about the Fatui.
It's too early to say. Let's follow.
So this is where they were headed. Looks tricky. It's heavily guarded on all...
Koichi, wait for me here.
Oh, no you don't. How are you planning to get through all the guard...
Look, I can use this terrain to my advantage. With our tribe's special way of getting around.
We still can't see anything on the inside. What if you can't find cover? You won't have anyone to watch your back if you go in a...
The more heavily guarded the location, the more valuable the secrets. Even if the captain isn't here, that intel is worth the risk.
Fine. You're not gonna listen to me anyway.
That's even more risky. You've been running around saving people for days. You're already... I'm confident I can protect myself. I'm not sure you can say the same.
I can.
You really believe that?
Fine, don't believe me. But you can't honestly tell me infiltrating a heavily guarded Fatui... You know, growing up, even if I insisted on doing something, it never gave you any
All right, all right. If we start arguing, this will never end.
Guess that means I win. Don't worry, you're not the only
All right, same plan as usual. We split up, communicate with hand signals. Got your ropes?
Yeah, let's go.
The Fatui have eyes all over this place. Now. Not sure how many chances I'm gonna get. I need to act. Good. I made it without getting caught. I should get to that platform over there. But it's guarded by the Fatui. Koichi should have line of sight. I'll wait for her That's it. Now's my chance.
It's no use staying in one place. I should keep moving. Looks like Chaska is helping me by keeping an eye on the Fatui movements. I'll wait for her signal. Time to move. Whew. That was close. Oh, probably can't make it over in one go. I'll wait for my next chance. Now's my chance. Let's see. The Fatui's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow. Wait! I've got it!
Huh? What's that noise? Did something explode? Oh! It stings! What the heck is that? What do you think you're doing? I could ask you the same thing!
Good, they're arguing. Looks like they just needed an excuse. They've probably had enough of this job already. The people on the hill over there left to help their comrades. Come get me, Chaska.
That's Koichi's signal. Give me your hand, quick.
Coming! I checked, and this way is completely clear. It should lead us to the deepest... Well, I was pretty helpful, right? You know, everyone usually jumps at the chance to work with me. Not my own sister, though. No, she avoids me like her life depends.
I was wrong, Koichi.
Wait, you're just gonna admit it? No.
Let's focus on the task at hand. We're in the heart of enemy territory. More time we waste.
All right. If you're not gonna take the bait, then I'll... Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised they mobilized this many people.
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient. Barely any information survives to this day. And even people from Natland don't know how to use it. Why would this be the Fatui's target?
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. Took us long enough.
Back? Back where? Should we keep...
You really want to keep going?
Of course! We make a good team, don't you think?
What was
Uh-oh. We've been spotted. Time to...
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadget!
What? You're a...
Once we got them off our tail, we went back to observe some more. They'd collected several identical pieces of something. It looked like they were waiting, though. So we decided to come back.
So, Koichi got injured trying to get them off your tail?
She pushed herself too hard and collapsed on the way back to the...
Well, I didn't cause you any trouble while we were fighting, right? So, my perfect...
You've done very well. I could make a comment on knowing your limits, but it's not my place.
I know. I'm already
So, our current intel suggests the Fatui is after the device is a complete mystery. Even to us.
I have no idea. but it's safe to assume the device could serve a similar purpose. Shilonen, I need you to gather every scholar in Natlan familiar with the secret source.
I'll get right on it.
Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest. Oh, and there are gifts from your I've prepared a small gift of my own as a token of gratitude. I'll send it to your home along with the others.
My patience. That's so nice of them.
You don't need to give us anything, Archon. We were just doing our duty for Natlan. I should take Koichi.
Well, if Koichi doesn't want her favorite Saurus crackers, then...
I accept. Thank you, Archon.
What am I gonna do with you?
There's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of my favorites too, so don't... I'll start investigating the source mechanism right away. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to know.
Okay. Okay.
What's next for you two?
I'm taking Koichi home, with our parents there to keep an eye on her. I can make...
Hey, it's not like I'm some kind of prisoner. I'll be
That's what you always say. Everything's no big deal. What if the Abyss attacks again? You're saying if I let you rest in a hotel, you're not gonna rush out the minute you hear the...
I won't. Triple promise I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. On the off chance something like that were to happen, but I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people in need, no matter how hard... I guess you're right.
This reminds Paimon of when we first met. Except you were the one trying to stop Chat.
I'd do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger. As a doctor...
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your patients. So can't you...
The two of you are the same, you know?
I disagree. I understand.
Who wants to be like her? Overconfident, always making
That's just not true.
You think I don't have...
Okay, don't get into another fight. Just pretend Paimon never said anything.
Don't worry, Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong. Arguing is just how we...
Plus, I guess we are similar in some ways. We're family. I can't help it if my older...
Okay, you don't have to put it that way.
So, you're all good now?
Neither of us are really the type to back down, so we'll always have our differences. But still...
Plus, I know you'll wake up one day and realize
Be my guest. See you later, Traveler and Paimon.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice meal with your family.
Bye, you two. Take care of yourselves out there.
Those two will probably make up for real at some... Well, we've learned a lot. Let's go
over... sorry for popping up.
Why do you look so awkward? Oh, is...
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry for interrupting your rest. I'll treat you to some charcoal grilled steak to...
Awesome! Just give us your...
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember what we talked about before?
Oh, yeah. You mentioned how Auroron has always wanted to save Natlan. And something about his soul. Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think Auroron is probably back with the captain. What do you think?
I agree with your hypothesis. And just now, Auroron came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend our camp.
What? He came back?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from success, so there's no way... Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to
I'm surprised you let him go at all.
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on outside and inside threats at the same time. Plus, he was on guard. He knew I would try to go after him, so he made sure to keep his distance. I kept an eye out for all these years of calling me Granny. And I couldn't do a single thing for him.
Don't say that! Your tribe all raised him together, right?
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. Running around the tribe, dropping by He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of Natlan. It's only natural for— Besides, Auroron is my apprentice. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve, but
Wait, what are you saying?
Look, remember how I said Auroron's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman and this gem is what makes the talisman work. It just so happens that Auroron is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply— You guys know Aoife, right? No? Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always bringing me all sorts of things, and Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. Auroron would find the gem as soon as he opened the bag. He knows how important it is, so I knew he would make the switch. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it—
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
Most people can't. But I can't. That trick he used to bring you to the Night Kingdom isn't anything special, by the way. My technique is much—
So in other words, we have a whole backup of Auroron's memories.
The kid thinks he can take me on? Like I wasn't the one who taught—
That's amazing, Seat Lolly. Let's take a look right away.
Once we get to the bottom of this, we can finally track him down. I know he thinks of me as his grandma, but do you think he'll get—
That's a tough question. Paimon doesn't have a grandma, so she's not the best person to ask.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't stop the ceremony all those years ago, but if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll wake up in a fit of anger. Yeah, you're right. First anger, then tears.
You're just making it worse, Traveler.
I need to look at his memory. Even if he resents me, refuses to see me, I don't care. And I won't blame him. A family does whatever—
You sure you'll be okay? We can come with you.
Did you just say you'll come?
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we? Because, right, we need leads on the Fatui.
You... fine. You can come.
Don't worry, we're professional
Then I place my— All right, time to sneak into someone else's memory. You heard it here first. I wouldn't be doing this if I— Are you ready?
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes in the future. And you? Aoife says you're taking up too much space, but I think you're a good tree.
Hey! How's it going, Auroron?
Good. How are you, Uncle Okanbi?
Can't complain. What you up to?
No, just some idle conversation.
Sounds fascinating.
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Only if you're off. By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chaska's fostering a saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over a part of your radish garden. I hope—
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him to make it up to me. I've already wrapped your share of the produce. Here you go.
You really knew I was coming.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows. That's what everyone says.
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just appeared out of...
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think...
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all elite warriors. It seems like they're looking for someone. If you run into them...
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
I enjoy living by myself out in the wild. I guess you're from the Fatui, the one everyone's calling a big deal.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Granny? What does an Outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have business...
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying, and now he's leaving? He gave up just like that? Hey! At least tell me why you're looking...
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? What does she have to do with them? I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning. I've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny. I can definitely rule out some sort of invasion.
The situation has seen no true improvement. The Pyro Archon did not fulfill her promise.
My lord!
Ignore him. He is no threat.
He knows I'm following him, but he doesn't seem to care. He's strong, I can tell. But there's something unusual about him and...
What is it?
My lord,
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced...
That was a spell from the Masters of the Nightwind. How did he know that? How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult.
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of it. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment. If you notice any irregularity, however, there is no reason to over-engage. Information is our first...
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? Do they really mean us no harm? I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore me? Do they really not care? It seems like his subordinates referred to him as the captain. Never heard. And now he's headed to the stadium. That's unusual. Oh, what is he gonna do?
You two, with me. Everyone else, wait here as instructed. Send word to the other teams to retreat immediately if this...
Yes, sir!
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there. What does he want with her?
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time. Do you
The time for idle observation is over. This nation is out of time.
Yes, sir.
He just walked straight into the stadium. What is he gonna do? They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight until someone comes out on top? Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines, it's faint, like a soul's trying to escape. Where is it coming from? Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to—
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here.
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop me?
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage to come—
And yet, one of those very beasts—
Then speak.
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So, I felt like I had—
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble. You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance was likely all it took for her to wreck. So, we're in the same boat.
Seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali? Do you know—
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her name.
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty—
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you?
I want to do something to change Natlan for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met. But maybe—
Strange? Citlali is said to be the legendary Granny Eastly, someone capable of communicating with the Wyub, and the Wyub are the key to information on the Night Kingdom.
Why do you need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you need to know.
Don't forget, I saved your—
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's a weight to your soul.
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to— I see. Interesting approach.
Worth trying, I think.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root problem by reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
Traveler, Paimon.
Paimon's fine, just,
Of course. I'm so mad at him. After everything, he still can't let go of the past. For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Stubborn, self-righteous fool. Where's that gonna get him? Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do? He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family. Like grandmother, like grandson, as they say.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Huh, that kid's gotten... Anyway, back to what we just saw. I don't even know what to make of it.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to... What does that even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe? But how does that help with the abyss?
The loom of fate?
Oh, it's kind of hard to explain. Anyway, if he really wants to manipulate the ley lines, everyone in Natlan will be affected. Oh, this is big.
Which means... the captain has been honest from the very...
Why is he so obsessed with saving Natlan? Oh, we've got to tell Moeka...
Yes. She needs to know about this.
Stickers on my back. Do me a favor and take them off.
Moeka!
Traveler, Paimon, Sitlali. Perfect timing.
Really? That's great! We also just took a peek at... all with his granny's permission, of course.
Calm down, Paimon. I'll take it...
So the captain was searching for the source mechanism to If his plan is already in motion, that means he knows exactly how to accomplish his...
Is reconstructing the ley lines a bad...
Yes. It's not a simple fix. It would mean sacrificing nearly everything contained within the current ley lines. If he activates the mechanism, it's all over. We need to mobilize our forces as...
But what forces do we have?
Kanich, Shilonen, you two, and myself. All other warriors are working to push back the...
But that's barely any people! Not to mention you lost your power, and they've got the captain on their side! Oh, maybe we really should get...
That won't help us with the captain, I'm afraid. In any case, the Masters of the Nightwind are in urgent need of manpower. Sitlali, I was hoping you could head back and help defend...
All right. I understand where I'm needed. I'll head out right away.
Don't worry about your grandson. We'll figure something out for sure.
I'll leave him to you all then.
All right. Back to the matter at hand. I don't believe defeating the captain. Let me grab Shilonen and Kanich, then I'll tell you my idea. As you all know, Auroron is working with the captain and we need to stop their plan. The captain is a formidable opponent, but that shouldn't deter us. In any case, a head-on confrontation... Their plan hinges entirely on a single element, the source mechanism. If we leverage our forces, we can We'll head out together. In the event that a confrontation becomes inevitable, I'll stall the captain while you advance.
I agree with Kanich. The two of us can handle it.
Listen to my plan first. Kanich, I want you and Ahau to launch an assault from the front and break through the Fatui defenses. The captain won't be on the front lines. As a seasoned warrior, he'll be stationed in close proximity to the device. No. The purpose of the frontal assault is to gather the Fatui forces in one place. That way, it's Shilonen. I need you to do what your tribe does best, and dig a tunnel from the outskirts of the ruin. Once we get close to the... Exactly. The Traveler and I will join her as well. No one can create a distraction better than you can each, not even myself. By combining our strengths, we just might manage to break...
Understood. Then we should, just promise us you won't do anything reckless. You cannot face the captain straight on unless you have no other choice. You mean everything to us. Losing you would be the worst possible outcome.
Thank you, everyone. You have...
Okay.
Into the wind. What now?
Why do they never miss?
I got him cornered.
Let's begin.
Okay.
All right, this is the place. Their tunnel must be behind that...
Any of the nearby mountains could be a good infiltration point, but if we want to...
There are only a few Fatui stationed around the perimeter. We should take care of them first.
Hey, don't get too close. Kanichi's handling the...
Okay.
You'll get frostbite.
One with nature. A moment, please.
You can't run!
All right, that's done. Let's head to the foot of the mountain.
What do you think, Shilonen? Is this a good spot?
Yeah, looks good. We'll take...
I can see the inside!
Perfect. We'll keep going. The rest of you should head back.
All right. Please, take...
The Fatui wouldn't concentrate all their forces in one place. There's sure to be guards on the inside, so stay sharp.
Oh, nice job smashing those rocks, Moeka! You're super cool!
Ah, that was some expert level rock clearing, even by my tribe standards.
That must be the Fatui tunnel over there. We should steer clear and approach from the side.
Dues. Get a little chilly.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Let's begin. Please, you can't run from death.
This spell is from the Masters of the Night Wind. It's Auroron's doing. They're probably trying to buy...
Okay.
These wheels are relics from ancient times. We should try to restore them.
These mechanisms probably control that wheel, right? Let's give them a try! You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Clouds high, the birds call into the wind.
Way now.
Everybody stand back!
The wind knows me.
Target acquired. Okay. 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 Okay.
This...
There they are!
captain's here too. Perfect.
Oh, they're here.
Huh. I thought the Pyro Archon would choose a frontal assault.
It doesn't matter. They're too late anyway.
Stop!
It's too late.
We need to turn it off!
I won't let you do this!
The sound of lament.
What was that sound? It was like a piercing...
Now's our chance to turn off the device. Oh, Auroran? How did he just... His movements have gotten a lot faster. Was Auroran always this good in battle?
This ends now!
Huh?
Something's wrong.
You are not Auroran. Who are you?
What?
You.
So, you still recognize me, Commander? I'm glad. Although...
We did it!
You see? You indulge your sense of honor for just a moment, and now you've lost your
His voice is completely different.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. Please finish what you set out to do.
I didn't expect to see you here, but I have to disagree. Abandoning one's comrades is not the...
Why do you care about a doomed man? I know you can see it. He's already... After all, his soul has been incomplete from the start.
Oh, someone said I'm close to death. Is it because of that noise just now? The piercing cry came from... What's down there? Natlan's ley lines must be hiding some... Am I dying?
Ah, Auroran, it's you. What'll it be today? Oh, why the long face? Don't tell me you still haven't let that...
I heard everyone...
Savior? Ha! Sounds nice, doesn't it? But, does such a person...
Auroran, is that you? Oh, here, have a seat. Can I get you anything else? Some grilled meatloaf, maybe?
What about those spiced rub mushrooms you made me last time, Granny Kuimi?
Ah, you liked those, did you? An outlander taught me that recipe. Never thought about going into business yourself, my boy.
Our Auroran? A merchant? He's far too honest.
Well, at least an honest merchant like him wouldn't prey on old-timers like...
Everyone said a true savior does not really exist, but then... Why did my birth open the door to the possibility? Maybe I don't need to sacrifice myself, but surely everyone is born for a purpose. If I had succeeded back then, would the world have become a better place?
Done spacing out, Auroran? Did you finish your homework?
Yes, Granny, it's just... Will learning all this really make me as strong as you?
Of course not. I'm a special case. Other shamans study their whole life.
Because you're a genius.
You could say that. Or maybe I've just been alive longer than the rest of them. It's rude to bring up a woman's age. never do that Anyway, class is canceled tomorrow.
What about my homework then?
Do what you want. What use is it being as strong as me anyway? You've seen how the tribe treats me. They're all afraid. I try to go about my business, and they practically tremble in fear. Take it from me. The happiest people are the ones who do their own thing. So do what you want, Auroron. No matter what anyone else has to say.
Granny didn't say it outright, but I think she was trying to comfort me. Don't force yourself. Don't beat yourself up over the past. But I never forced myself. I never even got...
Hey, you zoning out over here again? There's such a thing as overwatering the radishes, you know.
I was just looking at the aphids.
Something interesting about them today?
I noticed some on the ground. Maybe it got too cold.
Bummer. Guess that means less honey this year.
Aoife, do you think...
Fun? I'm not sure about that. Do you think planting vegetables is fun?
Fun enough, I guess. I don't have anything else to do.
Exactly. Most people live like that. No special purpose or Oh, jeez. That troublemaker's at it again. Auroron, my man.
Why should I? I thought being a vet was no fun.
Well, I guess there is a fun part. Trying to outsmart these rascals.
Maybe Aoife was just too nice to tell me the truth. That attempting something above your capabilities will kill you. My soul is unstable. I only survived because I had people to help. A part of me has always been missing. That's why the other spirits said I was close to death, but...
Why struggle? It's a miracle you were even born. Just close your eyes and wait for death.
It was you. The thing that came out of nowhere.
Thing? I'm a warrior. Far stronger than a...
I'm not weak. There's just a limit to...
And that's exactly why your fantasy is so ridiculous. You really...
Useless?
Savior? Ha! Sounds nice, doesn't it? But, does such a person truly exist?
Exactly. Most people live like that. No special...
Take it from me. The happiest people are the ones who do their own thing.
But I don't want things to end here.
Auroron? It's all right. We'll take things from here.
Every time they marched into battle, I had to stay by...
Don't worry. With the Archon on our side, the Abyss doesn't stand a chance.
All the best warriors are fighting on the front lines.
Both of us are bound to disappear. But your end will come sooner than mine, because once your soul shatters into pieces and dissipates into the wind, I will take temporary control.
No. No, this isn't right. My life can't end like this. I still haven't done anything important with... My end will not come first, and I'm not giving up. I can't die here, no! I won't die here!
Auroron! Auroron! Control your mind. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Well done.
Don't try to talk. Focus on holding yourself together.
I can't believe the cap...
Maybe he thinks of Auroron as a comrade. He was helping to rein him in all the...
Damage to the soul is a tricky thing. The pain almost consumed you for a moment, but you managed to...
The worst appears to be over.
We can talk about that later.
Our plan. I'm sorry.
You saved my life. And now, the debt is repaid.
Auroron, I never thought you actually wanted to sacrifice yourself in that ceremony. But you never gave up. Have you come to a conclusion on what it is that you truly want?
I just want an answer. A reason why I exist and why everyone always... No one is born a hero. And no one should be treated like one from birth. I had a chance to do something important back then, but I...
The answer you seek.
You are the inheritor of my name. The hero from the Masters of the Nightwind, who shall fight for this generation. Fascinating. You're not the person that the others thought you were. And yet, you're also not the kind of person that, like you, I never thought I had what it took to be a hero. I was too cunning. Now, remember your name. Even if others will see a different meaning, it still symbolizes your nobility.
My ancient name. BD.
It means devotion. You will give your all, not for the sake of a heroic death. For that answer, you will offer all of your strength, and be having foretold his own death. The omniscient, let us raise our cups in honor, for at last, his wish is now fulfilled.
It's nice to see you again, Sanhaj. With your recognition, we now have the 5th hero of this era.
I am happy to see your plan advance one step further.
What?
Just as I thought. The Lord of the Night has awakened.
Lord of the Night? As in the one who rules over the Night King?
I preside over a realm of souls. Due to my limited power, sleep is the only way I can extend. When you activated the device, I awoke and could not hold back my cry. Most of you are unaffected because your souls are intact. But with a damaged soul, the effect on your friend, and yet, his soul remains in one piece. He managed to overcome this obstacle through sheer...
So, was that what caused all his strange behavior earlier?
No. An additional soul was affected. It tried to take refuge. However, this soul does not hail from that land.
Activating the source mechanism was supposed to reconstruct the ley lines.
Because I was the one who originally constructed Natlan's ley lines, otherwise known as the Night Kingdom.
The ancient battle between the Descender and the dragons destroyed the corner of the world, allowing the Abyss to invade. Natlan's ley lines took the worst of the damage. To aid the people of Natlan, the Lord of the Night used the fragments of the old ley lines to reconstruct a similar network. That's how the Night Kingdom was born. The first Pyro Archon, Xbalanque, strengthened that realm and established the rules that aid our fight against the Abyss. The Ode of Resurrection...
Oh, right! You said before it all came from...
The ancient dragons tried to use this device to strengthen the ley lines by imbuing. Back then, this method was rather ineffective. They lacked... And now, the structure of the ley lines has also completely changed. It was an incredibly crude and painful method, but I managed to absorb, such as rebuilding the ley lines once more.
But why would you make that kind of sacrifice?
The people of Natlan worship me and call me their lord. In the ancient past, before we... But adventurers like you are probably more familiar with our devolved form.
No wonder there are Seelies around here. A Seelie also...
Few angels remain in Natlan, so the same is true of Seelies. Everyone, now. I have witnessed your determined pursuit for survival. Moika, inheritor of Shibalonke's will. Despite all the obstacles and misunderstandings, I have awoken. And the efforts of this harbinger and the young hero say the word. And I will once again work to fulfill my man. You need only nod your head. For the sake of your people and your nation.
I will not. After reconstructing new ley lines, you will cease to exist. The rules of Natlan are founded in the Night Kingdom if you decide not to mention. All the memories and legends recorded within the old ley lines will disappear along with, just like the consequences of using the Gnosis. That is a price I refuse to accept.
Humanity's survival is worth any price. Once the Abyss runs rampant, all that remains will be a land.
And when the new ley lines are invaded again by the Abyss? What then? How are future generations supposed a land without the Lord of the Night? Without the protection of the rule?
You presume too much. If you cannot ensure survival in the present, you have no right to think about the— What will it take for you to realize that? How many
The situation hasn't gotten that dire yet, has it?
Why? Because I am a survivor of Conria. I've witnessed the devastation—
Conria?
That's right. My family. It is an unforgettable pain. One that no amount of time could ever dull. Not even 500 years.
You're right. The pain, the regret, the catastrophe.
If I could go back, I would reject all false hope. You have that chance before you now. Why do you refuse to—
Because we don't have the right to make that decision. We love this world because it contains everything we hold dear. Everything that has happened here has— Giving up our memories and history would mean rewriting everything. The people of this world would then become fundamentally different beings.
Even so, given enough time, a new civilization would inevitably flourish. If you believe in humanity, you should—
Or history could repeat itself. The Abyss could invade once more, and it would all be for nothing.
Can I say something? I once carried the hopes of many people, and I was also desperate to save our nation. But as I was on the brink of death, my wish for life and purpose was rekindled. I've been very fortunate to be well cared for by all the people in my life. I refuse to forget that. My feelings were so— No matter what path lies before us, we still have a destination.
That's right. Natlan's heroes gave their lives so we could have this chance against the Abyss. Not only are their deeds and spirits exceptionally meaningful, they may also well be our path to victory.
Yeah, we're just one hero short.
The power from the device will allow me to remain awake for some time. Even if you fail, you need only send someone. Humanity is truly remarkable. Even the gods in the heavens hold you to be special. Even now, you stand before me.
You must have a profound connection to this land since you're— But what are you really trying to protect?
Pretty sure he wants to hear what you have to say, Traveler.
Fine. I suppose we can wait. Now that Auroron has inherited the memories of his forebearer, your plan does have the potential to generate the best outcome. In the meantime, you shall have the aid of all the Fatui under—
Thank you. Having such a powerful harbinger on my side is a big— I know we may never completely see eye to eye on what it means to protect life. But for now, I'm willing to fight by your side.
All right, we should let everyone else know about the plan. They're probably still at each other's throats outside.
Good idea. We need to explain the situation. Oh, guess we'll stick around then.
I'll update everyone outside. Let's meet back up at the state.
You come to me with many questions. They do not like being mentioned by name by any living being, be it an ordinary human or the one you wish to know about. I call her the Ruler of Death. She helped Natlan establish the rules. It was an expression of love, as well as an act of reparation. She was seen as having significantly overstepped her authorities as a shade, which quite displeased the Almighty. She succumbed to self-pity as a result, and no longer cared if others discussed her identity.
Self-pity?
Please don't tell anyone I used that word. I'm just trying to... You come to me with many questions. I'm not familiar with that concept. The devices... Even I cannot create something from nothing. I can only reconstruct them. If that power were available to the people of Natlan, they might have a new option. You come to me with many questions, and you should be rewarded. Phlogiston is Tavak's primordial form of energy. The heavenly principles used phlogiston as a basis for the creation. Have you heard of the concepts of the light realm and the human realm? Light refracts into 7 different colors, which we collectively refer to as a rainbow. Elemental energy is a similar. You come to me with many questions. Ah, yes, yes. The artisan from the Children of Echoes has yet to mention the matter to me. Probably. No matter. I'll reach out in a dream and tell them.
Young girl?
What? You come to me with many questions.
Okay. In that case, allow me to formally welcome. We now face a common enemy. It's time to put our differences. As for Auroron, his actions may have been out of line, but I don't intend to punish him right now.
A magnanimous decision.
We're back! Whoa. Seeing the two of you chatting like this, Paimon almost feels like she's dreaming.
This may be an unexpected outcome. Now that we're all here, I have some questions of my own.
We weren't getting any closer to obtaining the Gnosis, so I had my men scour Natlan for a different... We tracked down 3 scholars, Aberawa, Bosomtwe, and Kushtal, and combined the results of their research.
I've never heard... Seems like my own investigation failed to locate some critical personnel.
Strange. Perhaps they simply live in... In any case, their results speak for themselves.
That's true. Now we have another option at our disposal. Compared to using the Gnosis, our current plan, and if all else fails, we still have this plan as a last resort. Even though executing it will come at a heavy...
But that means making everyone forget their past! We should definitely try to avoid... Oh, actually, speaking of the Gnosis...
That story begins with the Cataclysm 5. I failed to save Conria from the rampage of the Abyss. When the situation became unsalvageable, I fled to Natlan with the remainder of my platoon. Only to find that Natlan had fallen victim to the same tragedy. I defended this land for quite some time, and, in the process, met the chief of the Masters of the... I'm sure many people viewed Conria as the cause of the tragedy. But Aizu was kind to me all the same, and even from that moment, I made it my mission to aid Natlan. In battle, a warrior fights to win. Even though my homeland together, Aizu and I fought many battles and overcame countless hardships. However, he was unable to escape his fate.
So it was him. He recommended using the Gnosis on several occasions, even before the tragedy. But I turned... You knew him, and you fought for Natlan all those years ago. It must be the mask.
Even without the mask, my past appearance is long gone. Even with the curse of immortality, the flesh still rots.
Wait, do you know someone named Dainsleif? That problem doesn't seem quite so extreme for him.
You've met him already?
Yeah, a bunch of times. Sounds like you know him too.
During the Age of Conria, all I knew was his name. The last time I saw him, he carries a degree of pain and hatred that far surpasses my own. Yes, you're the brother of the princess. Given the role I held in Conria, I would prefer not to harm you. Although, this is likely a self-imposed burden. If the princess saw me now, I doubt she would even recognize me. As for your question, I don't know how Dane managed to slow the deterioration of his body. My appearance is much changed, and that's not the only thing. Even my physical strength is a shadow of what it once was.
I would have never known. During our battle, it felt like I was fighting against the pinnacle of humans.
And I still lost. I deserve no praise for... Still, it's a shame we never faced off 500 years ago. You could have seen what I was truly capable of.
I agree. Had we fought then, I'd also have been more motivated to go all out.
So, all that commotion back at the stadium, and you're saying neither of you?
I'd say we're evenly matched. If we face off again, victory will come down to...
I imagine you held back since there were spectators around that could have gotten hurt. But capitalizing on that situation would have only led to a hollow victory. It would have been no... My goal was the Gnosis, and I failed to obtain it. That means I lost. Plain and... Her Majesty the Tsaritsa allows every Harbinger the freedom to pursue the meaning of their existence. When the time comes, that freedom can take... That's why our methods can be so radically different. Despite sharing the same goal, and the same... I needed the Gnosis because I came here to save Natlan. That was my primary motive. Once Natlan is saved, if the Gnosis still remained in my possession, I could bring it back to Snezhnaya.
My decision regarding the Gnosis will not change. So let's...
Right! What happens when all 6 heroes are together?
We will unleash a great power that can be used to thwart the Abyss. But only once. It's a power that Xbalanque gained from Renova. Renova is a god whose existence predates any Archon. You can think of her like an emissary of the heavenly principles.
Wait, is that why you have the Ode of Resurrection?
Yes. Renova also orchestrated Natlan's rules. Like I said before, when a human ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken. The same principle applies to the ruler of Death's power. With one notable distinction. In other words, it's a kind of power that not everyone can withstand. But if you survive the trial, you will gain unprecedented strength. And
that still sounds
we cannot walk this path without Mualani charged into the Night Kingdom despite the abyssal contamination. Auroron fought back from the brink. In the face of their bravery, I must respond in kind.
Spoken like a true...
All right, that's enough for one day. The Abyss will likely sense the change in Auroron. It's possible the
When you put it that way, I'm a... all right.
Now that we're working together, we'll need to coordinate.
That will definitely help relieve some pressure.
It's an order.
Excellent.
That hurts.
The monsters keep increasing in number.
It's definitely unusual, and we should all be careful. If there's one thing the Abyss fears, it's strength. If they... Oh, someone's calling...
Something wrong, Traveler?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Nope. We can't give any of these to our soldiers. They were not well-made weapons and shields are vital for the survival of our people. Listen, I'm not blaming you. I know this isn't your usual standard of work. Why don't...
Hey, Shilona?
Nothing I can handle. Just, some rushed, defective... Even the most skilled craftsmen make mistakes under pressure, and if you two...
You must be exhausted.
Don't worry. I like it that way.
Kanich, you made it back in one piece!
Oh, these must be friends of yours. Well, head out then.
Yeah, a lot happened while we were in the ruin. We'll tell you about it some other time. We won't keep you then. Let's tackle...
Interfere with the mixing process.
Auroron?
Granny? What's wrong, Granny? It looks...
You know exactly what you did. You need some sense knocked into you, that... Now that you have nowhere to run, that's when you apologize? You couldn't wait to run...
Pretty sure I apologize.
What exactly were you thinking? Being a wanted criminal is one thing, but then you also tried to pull off that whole thing in the ancient... I'm not the one who needs an apology. Apologize to yourself!
Okay. I don't have anything to say for myself, Granny. Yell at me all you want. I know I'm a...
You better be sincere. This is an incredible...
I'm being sincere, I promise. I know what I did was risky, and I know I made some bad choices. But I don't... Not because I thought I was special, but because I wanted to help. Of course, in the end, I just ended up causing more trouble, so... You're right. My apology doesn't mean much. But you even had Aoife bring me that gem. A simple thank you isn't enough, but still... Thank you, Granny.
You're welcome. Anyway, don't feel too grateful. I tampered with the bag to...
Oh, I didn't...
Of course you didn't. You forget how many years I have on you. Like... The Pyro Archon has discussed your case with the others. Many of your actions violated the rules of
I understand.
But... your efforts weren't entirely meaningless in the end. In addition to giving us an... Not too shabby, grandson.
Did the Traveler in Paimon tell you to say that?
What? No! I said that because I mean it!
I can't believe you're complimenting me at a time like this. You normally let your fists do the talking.
You're not off the hook just yet. I told the Traveler I was going...
Could you not?
Trying to negotiate, are you?
Given all the good things that I managed to accomplish, can you let me up?
Fine. I can let this slide for now. But I'll be watching. We'll see. Oh, a Traveler,
Hello!
Yes. Looking after these...
Taking care of the Traveler isn't easy either. Paimon's life is an uphill battle.
Traveler, Paimon, I want to thank you for your help back at the ruin. I won't.
Let's get together sometime. If Aurora...
Sounds great!
Okay.
If you're done for the day...
You ready?
Yep. Let's go meet the Lord of the Night.
So, this is where you heard the Lord of the Night? Hopefully we made it before she falls asleep again.
Fret not. I'm still here. For a weak life form, falling asleep is no less taxing an exercise.
I'm sorry for disturbing your rest, but there's something we didn't have the chance to ask you earlier. But we ran into a problem. He's not from Natland, so there are no records of him in the...
I see. Mawika must hold him in high regard. It would seem the two of you are not simply here on her orders. So, what say you? Speak your mind. There are no others here. You are both my children.
He is special. He saved Kachina and devoted himself to helping us avert this disaster. But that debt has not been repaid, and with an ancient name, we can at least guarantee...
Even though that guarantee will come at the cost of your...
Yes.
So, it's true. Forging an ancient name consumes the life of the craftsman.
Forging an ancient name is an act of creation. It involves taking but it takes time for the new concept to be integrated into that realm. If the ancient name... Once that process is complete, the seed will sprout, and having served its purpose, forging an ancient name is no easy task. And creating one for an outlander...
Yes, because I believe forging this name will be well worth it. We don't know how long we'll be able to hold back the Abyss, or what the final price of averting this disaster. If giving up my life means that all the people of Natlan can have a future, even when I'm staring death in the face, I don't think I'll regret this decision. I bear the name Baraka. This is a...
I understand. The chance may be exceedingly slim, but you still want to seize it, because this could be the final... And you, Sidlali? The anxiety you feel. It's because you saw something, yes? Something you were not meant to see.
So...
What is she talking about?
I've had concerns for a long time. Malika's plan needs too much The Masters of the Night Wind have a ceremony that can be used to glimpse the future. It's just... Using this power on the Pyro Archon has always been...
And you did it anyway? What did you...
Death.
How?
A key part of Malika's plan is using the 6 heroes to release the power Xbalanque obtained from the ruler. Considering its origins, the price of using that power is death.
You're saying Malika is going to die in this war against the Abyss?
Yes.
I can't just ignore what I saw. That's why I need the Traveler's power.
Don't forget, Sidlali. Even if it may seem like someone is fated to die, the nature of death and fate are different. Fate indicates what will happen in the future. The time, manner, and place are all predetermined. But death is different. Death is a rule. The ruler of Death's power will allow Malika to triumph over the Abyss. But she must offer her own life in the process. The ruler of Death cares little for the time and manner of a death. She simply guarantees that it will occur. Fate may be able to influence the timing, but that is all the Traveler can change.
Is there a reason you're up so early?
We went to see the Lord of the Night, and she gave us this. Like I said before, I couldn't forge your ancient name because there was no record of you in the Night Kingdom. But with this, we can finally
Just keep it with you during your time in Natlan. And eventually, it'll be full of your adventures.
Really? Let Paimon see! Whoa, it's the two of us! And a sun in the middle! Oh, and that must...
It's not a concrete medium. It reflects the Lord of the Night's will, and...
Oh, in other words, don't worry about its form. When you want to check the contents, just take it out and have a look.
Sounds convenient! It's also super light, and this is a really awesome gift! Oh, yeah. We'd feel...
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, you two. It's... You know, like you saw yesterday, she would have willingly reconstructed Natlan's ley lines at the cost of her own existence.
Exactly. Just take it.
Well, it...
So soon?
We can figure that out later.
I see. I'll send reinforcements to those 2 locations. The remaining locations are remote with no inhabitants. Let's bring our warriors back and make sure—
Understood. I'll spread the word.
We're here. What's going on? Kachina said the Abyss attacked again?
Yes. It's not looking good. Our forces have always been able to handle the sporadic attacks, but now there are more monsters.
What about the scale?
All of Natlan. Not just around the stadium, but even the remote areas of the Collective of Plenty are reporting attacks.
Could this also be some kind of omen?
We won't last much longer, I know. What we're seeing now is the desperation of the Abyss. It knows we're only 1 hero short. I don't have the strength to fight it right now. This is its best—
You're saying we just have to hold out?
It'll be a long fight. Our current focus needs— There are caravans and adventurers trapped in the wild. Many of our warriors have already left to rescue them, but they'll need reinforcements. All right. Shilonen, Kachina. Head to the camp near the Children of— As an important figure in the plan, Auroron will stay here. Your tribe is too far from the state.
Understood. I'll leave—
I prepared a hot air balloon to take you where you're needed. Messengers from the Scions of the Canopy are traveling all around Natlan. Update them once you've completed your— As I receive intel from the various regions, I'll plan—
All right. No time to lose. Let's go!
What about us? Where should we go?
I received word that a small team escorting civilians back to the stadium was attacked. They won't be able to hold— Can I leave them to you? Thank you. The hot air balloon is over there.
And we're off! Hey, this thing is pretty convenient. It's not only fast, but also saves us a lot of energy. There are warriors fighting everywhere. Seems like chaos in the making. Good thing for those battle reports. Look, they must be trapped. Let's go help.
Get reinforcements! Thank goodness!
Thank you for coming.
There were just too many monsters. They just kept coming.
At least we got here in time.
I know, but it's not that easy. Our cart was also attacked, and now our supplies are scattered.
That's not important right now. We need to focus on
I know, but these were medical supplies. What if they need them?
It's them! Over here!
We came to help, but looks like you don't need it.
Now we can head straight to the next location.
What other areas need help?
Here, take messengers from the Scions of the Canopy. If you see a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy...
Thanks! Now where should we go next?
Seems like you can hold your own in a fight, so let's split up. Choose where you want to go and we'll take the rest.
Still looks like they could use some help here, though.
It's all right. Don't delay your rescue efforts.
But if we stay here too long, the monsters might come back.
What do you think, Traveler? Should we stay and help? Paimon will do whatever you decide.
Traveler, my mother's a doctor. I'm worried. She's not a fighter, and I can't...
Of course. We've...
Thank you. Oh, that...
Hey, Kanish just ran past. He must be busy delivering messages. At least he didn't look hurt.
Okay.
This is it! Looks like the battle is in progress. Let's go help them!
How much longer are these things gonna keep coming?
We're reaching the breaking point!
Thank you.
What's going on? Were other places hit?
Yeah, seems like...
The Pyro Archon told us to be ready to evacuate. She...
You got here just in time.
The wounded?
This area was hit bad. We're housing the wounded in this house for now, but we don't know what to do next. We're sitting duck...
Thank goodness you're here, though. You saved us all.
You're right. The monsters are gone.
That will take time, though. And some of the wounded can't walk.
Don't worry. Once we escort the first group, I'll call for reinforcements.
Let's help them out here for now. Then we... Oh, there's a messenger over there. Don't...
Thanks for your help. Hang in there, you two.
Okay. Quick, over here. Follow me.
Look, someone's surrounded!
One with nature.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was close.
Just doing.
Doctor?
He's my son.
No, he's fine. He's just worried about you.
Ah, I see. How about this?
Sounds good. Paimon sure.
Thank you for passing along.
This is the place. Let's go help.
Clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
Let's light it up!
Time to go. One with nature.
On the way now.
Into the wind.
A moment, please. This could get a little chilly. On the way now.
Thank you for coming. We find fairly stable for now. We've stationed...
What about the monsters that...
Based on my experience, that's why we set up our front line of defense so far from the tribe. Ah, the messenger's here.
Perfect. We were just waiting for the latest...
We'll stay... There's so much that needs to be done after that, if you're not in a hurry to leave.
That's a decision for the trip.
Here's the current situation. People, if you have the strength, they could...
Okay.
Ah, by the way, if you've got some time, I'd appreciate the... All right,
Okay. One with nature.
Let's begin.
The wind.
Have a safe trip.
Everybody stand back!
Locked on.
Let's light it up!
What now?
Into the wind.
Let's begin.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Target acquired.
Thanks to you, we managed to clear out the
It's you guys. Things are bad here. Something fell out of the sky that's impervious to our attacks.
It's a good thing you did, otherwise we might not have made it in time.
Kachina, he and I can deal with the remaining monsters and abyssal pylons. You should go catch up with the rest of the group before your parents start worrying about you.
Stay safe, Kachina.
Come on, let's go.
Stabilize! I will have order! Gather!
One with nature!
Everybody stand back! Huh?
Way now. Stabilize!
The wind knows me.
Let's begin.
All right.
Gather!
As one with wind and cloud, one with nature.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
A moment, please. Solidify!
Into the wind.
Where now?
Yep, that's everyone. And no more casualties by the look of things. Yeah, this is, good. We can evacuate. I appreciate your help. How are things? Some of the things I've seen, I don't know if I've never witnessed a full-scale abyss invasion before. I mean, I'd heard stories about the sky. Mawika has witnessed this all before, so she knew better than anyone the terror and...
Yeah, and despite that, she still thinks...
We've had to abandon our homes and chase the dying light of day. It may be the only time we'll see, but as long as there's even a sliver of hope, we should catch up with the group. Let's go!
What? Isn't that Chaska's tribe? She said she was gonna take Koichi.
But how, right? Everyone's struggling just to defend themselves. There is no spare manpower. And with everyone congregating at the stadium, the Abyss forces will start converging there, too. Then there'll... On the bright side, at least my old injuries aren't playing up at the moment.
The crux of the issue is that the heart of the Abyss itself has joined the invasion. That's a power I have every faith in the courage of our people. The Natlanese will never give in to despair. But
Traveler Paimon knows what you're about to say. Yeah, Paimon sure is getting tired from all this flying, but it doesn't matter. Yep, we'll leave the Children of Echoes to you guys. If there was ever a time to push ourselves to the limit, that time is now! Wait! Over there! It's Chaska and Koichi!
Traveler! Over here! Hurry!
One with nature.
I'm going in!
This can get a little chilly. This is order. Solidify!
The wind knows me.
Let's light it up!
Let's begin.
What happened to her? She's covered in abyssal energy!
Please, sit. How's that, Koichi? Any better now?
Koichi! Koichi!
Chaska, I used to think Mom and Dad were crazy for adopting you. I was the younger sibling, but I always felt like it was my job to help Mom and Dad take care of you. I guess I was pretty full of myself, huh?
Hush, Koichi. Put those thoughts right out of your mind. We'll be at the abyssal contamination is gone now.
I was always nagging you to slow down. I worried about you so much. The fact that you survived an abyssal contamination was... The fact that we became family was another miracle. But with me
No, absolutely not. Nothing could be all you ever did was love me. Same goes for Mom and Dad. I've always known that. It might take me some time, but I'll find a way to make it work.
It's okay, Chaska. No need to apologize. You didn't... I get it now. You keep forging ahead, sis. Never slow down, and never hold back. Spread your wings and fly for... because that's who you are.
Koichi!
Koichi? Cheska! What happened? What was that just now? It looked like abyssal energy was flowing out of her, but then Koichi did say that Cheska needs to let off steam now and then, or she'll end up losing herself. But this time, if only we were faster! Dealing with abyssal we could have gotten to her earlier, then you could have treated her before. Wait, what's happening to Cheska?
How unfair life can be. She's had the odds stacked against her from the very beginning, and each step forward has... But her journey goes on, and one question looms large in her mind. If she could... Maybe the glorious light of the sun, or maybe a dark, empty void. My life's suffering shall be my epitaph, to remember the pain I endure, and finally transcended.
Let's take Koichi somewhere safer. Please, take care of Koichi for me. I still have more important things to...
Of course. We are grateful for her service. Yes. I'm sorry, Chas.
It's all right. I'm far from the only one going through this right now. Koichi wanted to be a hero. If we want to honor what she stood for, not to...
Time for this war to end. Everyone, are you ready? A bitter war lies ahead. May no further lives be lost, and no—
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest— Its blaze will become one with the gaze, even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
Stone engraved in echoing peaks. Converge, just for flames born anew, and the blazing dawn.
A hero scaled the volcano to seize the sun. Anointed with flames, she shone with the... Now, guide me in my...
Having foretold his own death, the omniscient man holds a feast in celebration. Let us raise our cups in honor of his heroism. For at last, his wish.
My life's suffering shall be my epitaph. To remember the pain I endured, and finally, transcend it.
Heroes of the ages! Our moment has finally come!
We unite as one!
Baptized by the Turnfire.
Bearing an ancient blessing. Knowing true power.
And accepting a fate of devotion.
We embrace the transcendent flame!
For Natlan!
For Natlan!
In the name of the Pyro Archon Halloran, I declare the Night Wars underway! The Ode of Resurrection will guard all life till the war is over!
That is an outright scary level of power.
So, from now on, all warriors will be able—
That's right. No more casualty.
It's time to wipe the enemy off the...
And to reclaim our lost territory.
We'll come with you.
Paimon, Traveler. I'm so grateful you got to us when you did. You gave Koichi the chance to say those words to me. If I'd lost control out there in the wild, this counter—
Probably best not to think about that. More
Not really. But now's not the time to deal with it. The conflict and suffering in me are there to test my character and make me the person Koichi believed I can be.
All right, let's go show the Abyss what human beings are...
Solidify!
Everybody stand back!
Burn that blast!
Whoa, what's that? Aerial support from Malika? Look how powerful she is now. It's borderline unfair.
Now.
Use my power to destroy the Abyss tumors.
Got it! Thanks for the backup!
Oh, did you guys see that huge fireball? It exploded right above my head!
Sorry, Mualani. I'll adjust my aim.
No, you're good, Archon. It didn't hurt at all. Plus, it was freaking cool!
Not great for your eyesight, though.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Ugh, Ahal's coming in way too hot. Is it possible to mute him?
Done.
Thank you, Malika.
Backup has arrived. All right, give him hell. Vengeance for Koichi. Let's light it up.
This is order.
The enemy ranks are thinning. Time to double down. Use the Pyro Archon's power and show no mercy. The wind knows me.
Kachina, over here! I'll send you up, it'll be quicker!
Okay, everyone's safe. Granny, please go on ahead with the others. I just need some more time, I promise. I won't hold things up.
Oh, Roron! Leave the vegetables and aphids behind, you dimwit! It's too dangerous!
That sacred flame has got me pretty fired up. I'm ready to butcher a whole army of monsters. Everyone, shut this now off the table. So charge! Let's give them everything we've got.
The Children of Echo's territory is secure. All monsters down.
All good here at the People of the Springs, too. Masters of the Night Wind are also safe. Should I—
Things are still pretty rough over there. I'm already en route.
Already? But you were just at the stadium!
Yeah, well, you have no idea.
Oh! Fair enough.
Ian-san, what should we do about the Collective of Plenty? Your home's a long ways away from the stadium. Oh, no need to worry. I just heard from Veresa. She says they're safe now.
Yeah! Their only game plan was to outnumber us, and that...
We ain't gonna let them get away with that.
Friends, more abyss tumors have descended, all near the stadium. Oh, we need someone to guard the main entrance.
All right, this is the final battle!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Way now. Let's begin.
Get out of here! I'm going in!
Stay cool. Face your guilt. Solidify!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! The wind knows me.
Let's light it up!
Way now. Gather!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
It's going to get a little chilly.
Everyone, we are gathered here to celebrate a glorious victory.
I must congratulate you on your efforts during this war. I'm told you have proven yourself to be an outstanding adventurer and warrior. You remind me of the princess. Similarities in your approach are striking. Especially, I hope you will see her soon.
Hey, Auroron! How are the Masters of the Nightwind doing?
Granny Sealolly's been there the whole time, and she's a tough one. I'm sure there'll be some patching up to do, though. That's a job for the young folk.
Do you need support from the Fatuit?
Probably not. There are a lot of older folks in our tribe, and I suspect they would find your comrade's presence a little distressing.
Right, because often they look like a bunch of intimidating thugs.
Well, also in my tribe, excessive use of elemental energy is...
Oh, right. Okay.
Understood.
Let's do this.
You got a side job for me?
Ah, welcome.
You seem a little out of sorts. Are you just tired? Or...
I guess I am. You know, when I was up there, I just... If only I'd been quicker.
I'm sorry.
Make it a large?
True. My 500-year plan has almost come to fruition. Just one last step to go, namely my final battle against the Abyss. But battle is second nature to me, so...
It was so awesome. The way you exploded that thing in the sky with one almighty
that was the Divine Throne unleashing my full potential. And it was only temporary. I can't wield that power for any length of time. Likewise, the amplified power of the Ode of Resurrection was also temporary. From now on, it's back to ancient name-bearers only. Correct. We dealt the Abyss a critical blow. So for the time being, it's too weak to sustain regular invasions. I hope the people will be able to enjoy this period of peace. We've had centuries of war with the Abyss, and it's high time we brought that chapter to a close. Anyway, there's something I've been wondering about. I know you've been at the center of some major events in other nations too, and fought many powerful foes. In this war, you were in the thick of it once again, dashing around tirelessly, supporting the fighting on all fronts. So tell me, what drives you to do this as a mere traveler passing through? Why risk life and limb for a clear conscience? Great aunt. What I'm really trying to say is, I would love for you, with your extraordinary talent and your sense of justice, to join me in this final step. You and I together, finally putting an end to the ever-looming threat of the Abyss. But I also don't want to take advantage of your good nature and readiness to help others. The final battle will be very dangerous, and you have the rest. I'm sure you must be weary. Sleep well tonight. I'll give you more details on the final battle and...
Unless you want to get punched in the face.
What is it with you, Ahau? Why are you so incapable of being nice?
The Collective of Plenty was the furthest from the Abyss's entry point, so they didn't have as many monsters to deal with. From what I hear, but it might have been a different story if Chaska hadn't gotten there when she did.
That's good to hear.
Hey, Traveler, Paimon. There you are. I've been looking all over.
Oh, hey, Sweet Lolly. What's up?
Listen up. I have something...
What? Are you serious?
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. I had thought that the Ruler of Death might have a change of heart after seeing the people of Natlan come together and fight even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone. I had to know your thoughts. I want to save her, but I can't do it alone. Okay, good. That makes me feel a little better. Thank you for standing up for us. There's clearly something special about you. Oh, and please don't breathe a word of this to Maui. I'm sure she's well aware of the cost of using the Divine Throne's power. But if she finds out that anyone else knows, it could ruin our chances to help.
Got it. Mom's...
Alright, that was the last major item on my to-do list.
Go easy, though.
Don't worry, I said a drink.
All right, you little munchkin. If you keep pestering me, I'm gonna have to get... I get 100 kids a day telling me they want to be the next Pyro Archon. Why should I train you? Nagging isn't gonna accomplish anything. No one can predict the future, and unless you have some exceptional jaw-dropping talent I'm unaware of...
I can shoot those cornflakes in your kitchen from right here.
Don't be ridiculous. You couldn't make that shot from all the way over here? Wait, hold on, you could hurt... Well, I'll be. You made the shot. The science of the canopy raised him tough. That's some real skill you got there, little lady. Maybe you really will be
See this? I'm the first one of us to get an ancient name. If you ask me nicely, there's still no need to scowl. You lost and I won. It's no big deal.
I'll get my own ancient name soon enough. And it'll be an even better one than yours.
Oh, really? Well, good luck with that. Unless... surely...
That was fantastic. I can't believe I beat you in a wrestling match. Can't be more than a few days now until you're officially made the Pyro Archon. Excuse me, Pyro Archon, but would you be able to take a day off from running the nation? I heard that the Pyro Archon inherits the knowledge stored in the sacred flame. And apparently...
Worried that you won't be able to beat me in a wrestling match?
Why would I be worried about that? Never mind. Clearly, I'm just overthinking things. Come on.
After the darkness will come the dawn.
No one fights alone.
For Natlan!
Look at the sky! It's getting brighter at last!
We walk the righteous path, and the Pyro Archon will guide us.
The victors shall burn bright, while the losers must turn to ash. I have done what is required of me. The rules are now written into the Night Kingdom, and this will help you to—
It is still not enough. All this can do is give my people courage. It will not see us through a true catastrophe. If you are to make the Natlanese alone bear the consequences of a broken world, you will have to bring more to the bark.
You are the greediest human I have ever met, and the fiercest negotiator. My domain is death, and its power comes at a great price. The question is, are you prepared to pay?
I need that power. Only a hero can truly wield it, and heroes—
No. A fear of death is ingrained in all living things. If the wielder of this power cannot conquer their fear, those are the rules.
Mine is a nation that will not yield to the Abyss, and it will certainly not yield to your rules. As their culture and civilization is transmitted through the generations, and their faith grows, the people will go from strength—
Very well. I shall agree to help you. But I am merely a shape.
Then what do you propose?
Keep this a secret. If I am questioned about it, I will deny all involvement and claim
that will not be a problem. Thank you. I am glad we could reach an agreement.
Come in. As you know, I've asked you to come here to discuss the task of wiping out the Abyss. Oh, but first, any progress on the ancient name? I'm surprised she was willing to help you, and—
Wait, hold on! Wasn't the whole point of the ancient names for winning that huge battle? Why would the Traveler still need one by this point?
That's right. The Abyss has retreated to the depths of the Night Kingdom, a place that has long since been corrupted by abyssal energy. If we don't finish them off and restore the ley lines, the threat they pose to Natlan will remain. The battle we fought yesterday, we may one day have to fight again. This is the fate Natlan has always been resigned to. For thousands of years, we have struggled on the brink of a looming darkness and never known true peace. But this time, I want to break the cycle and free up. With the sacred flame, I can protect myself from the abyssal corruption, but beyond that, you are the only other person who can— If your ancient name can't be forged, I will go alone. But if it can, I'd really love your help. Not completely. After all, but when I used the power of the Divine Throne, it dispelled a lot of that corruption. In short, the Ode of Resurrection still has a number of limitations, but I can promise that it will work.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Are we forgetting something here? What about Paimon? What? You mean we'll be—
The Abyss is extremely devious. If you two go there together,
Paimon wasn't that worried, but what will you do without me? Okay, well, Paimon needs to think about this because you're really asking a lot of her, but
I greatly appreciate it. Everyone in Natlan knows how important this final battle is. If you have any other questions.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.